Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing well and staying profitable. In this video, um, I'm going to be doing a backtesting session. Essentially, I'm going to go through a random time in history in Q and take some trades, kind of show you my thought process, and see if we can make some profit. So I have a random number generator here. So we're going to pick a random year between 2021 and 2024. It's going to be 2022. So I'm picking this random time so that you guys know that I haven't seen this before. And right, so 2022, and then let's pick a random month for January, February, March, April. So April 2022. April 2022 will be right here. April 2022. And let's just give ourselves the whole month to play with here and see how much we end up doing. So account balance, let's say 100K, and let's do name back test YT. So, all right, let's start it. So, random time in history. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to get my daily bias in check, because it's very rare that I don't take a setup that aligns with my daily bias, and my daily bias can change, but in the beginning of the day I always like to have it set. So April 2022, here, let's go. So first thing I noticed is, okay, that is a sweep. They're not relative equal highs, so never mind. Maybe potentially bearish here. Yeah, I'd say I'm bearish. On the daily here, we have not quite relative equal lows, but we failed to sweep this. And if you look from a distance, these look like pretty high quality relative equal lows, even though if you like zoom in, there's a lot of ticks of difference between them. But I could see underneath here being a high quality liquidity pool. And since we didn't sweep this, I feel like this is a good target. And I like how we swept this high with very little displacement. Right, we did sweep it with very little displacement. So, but I'm gonna have a bit of a chameleon bias going in. Chameleon bias meaning I'm not really sure. I'm going to go to New York session here. I am, just so you guys know, I live on the West Coast, so my time will be 3 hours behind what it might be for you guys in New York session or New York time. So yeah, so daily did hold this for value gap. So objectively, I kind of have to be bullish here. I can't really be bearish until this is broke into the downside, because the bodies did hold this. So maybe bullish up to these highs, and these could be, depends on the trader, but these could be seen as relative equal highs. So relative equal lows, relative equal highs, I have to kind of play what I see, but bullish for now since we're holding this daily gap. So 4 hours looking more bearish, since we have this 4 hour gap and it's the only one in its leg, and it was inverse to the downside. I could see us being bearish down to this low. Once again, kind of not a clear bias, so I guess for this session we're just going to play what we see. So on the hourly, yeah, very high quality liquidity pool here with an hourly gap. Yeah, so we'll kind of see. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna have to play what I see. So we are currently trading within this hourly gap. So going down to the 15-minute. Well, this looks like pretty bad price action on the 15-minute. So if I go down to the 1 minute even, let's just kind of see. We are delivering currently from this. We have a 1 minute BPR. Whoa, 1 minute BPR here that we're delivering from. We swept these, this liquidity here. We are bullish on the hourly because we tapped into this gap. Probably bullish up to here. Depending on how we react to this, right? So we'll see in the next few minutes what happens. So I'm going to be careful with what setups I take, though. Okay, that's pretty clean inversion. But since this isn't clean price action, I'm probably not, and it's the price action's okay, but it is pre-market, and I don't have a clear bias, which means usually I stay out of the market. Okay, so that ruined. Yeah, so this is potentially a setup here. So if this liquidity, we have delivery, delivering from a higher time frame PD array. This is honestly a pretty A+ long. Okay, we didn't get the long. A+ long would have been if we inverse this. I would have to debate taking it, just because the fact that the bias isn't clear and it's pre-market. This would be 8:45 for you guys, so another hour until market open. So now this would be much cleaner. I'm just going to check on the 15-minute. Yeah, so I'm going to wait for market open here. My condition for bias will probably be this 15-minute, to be honest, and this hourly. So we'll see if it closes below. That's what I really want to see. So it did not close below. What about the hourly? So hourly did not close below. So bullish for now then. So let's kind of see what happens at market open. So I'm just going to go 15. So now we're at 6:30, which is 9:30 for you guys. Bullish on the hourly, and kind of bullish and bearish on the 4-hour. It's kind of hard to say. We're delivering from this inversion, but we're having bullish momentum to the upside. So kind of, yeah, chameleon bias here. So this is just horrible. I'm not gonna lie, this price action's bad, but maybe open will give us some good price action. Yeah, it looks like it will. So Judah swing to the upside, Judah swing to the downside, Judah swing to the upside. So this is, what on earth is this? This, you could scan into the gym with this. So potential shorts, since the 4-hour is bearish here. We're sweeping all of this liquidity. This is just not good to trade. Okay, so it's always good to check your time frames. All right, so we do have an hourly gap here. If we respect this, I would definitely be willing to take shorts, since we are technically delivering from the 4-hour inverse, and there's also a 4-hour gap here, which pretty much aligns exactly with the hourly. So if we sweep this high with little displacement, which we may do, I want to see how we react. Okay. So we just keep pumping. So open just pumps. So as you can see here, I mean, my model is really just not appearing right now, if that makes any sense. Right? It's just, there's no model for me to trade. So this, I mean, I'm definitely bullish now, since on the 15-minute we inversed this to the upside. If this doesn't hit in the next few seconds, I will be willing to take a long if we retrace. So this just hit, and honestly, I'd probably be done for the day at that point. But since we're, doing a backtesting session, I might as well continue. So since this 4-hour at 7 o'clock inverse to the upside, I'm now bullish again on the higher time frame. So now I do have a clear bias. It just wasn't very clear before because we inversed to the downside. We inversed back up. So now definitely bullish. Looks like, yeah, so with these, this might be considered like relative equal highs now. But yeah, this would be the target. So let's kind of see if we can get a bullish setup now. So I see a very, 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 very obvious 50-minute here. A long setup out of here would be textbook. So let's just kind of see where price takes us now. Let's hope we get a pretty strong retracement to the downside so we can get a setup. It's just this price action is just not clean, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Yeah, this is just yikes. So I'd be done trading at this point. I'm done trading at 8:10. So this would have been a no trade day for me. Just no clear setups. You can kind of tell that the price action is just like, what is this? This isn't good. So next session. Let's hope we get some better price action today. So yeah, still bullish up to this high. These potentially relative equal highs. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, how is the daily looking? So the daily's still bullish. Body's held this, right? So it looks like we inverse this to the upside. So it looks like we're set to come hit this high. Not sure when. So looking on the 15-minute, let's kind of see what happened overnight. So we came down, swept this low. So this price action's been awful, so there's no real clear delivery from anywhere. Sweeping this low, if we got a soup from this would be really nice. I don't think this will happen though. So let's kind of see. Since the price action's bad, I might skip to market open here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, market open now. Let's see if we get some kind of sweep here. I'm trying to check if there's a PD array on this leg. Okay, so yeah, there is a 5-minute here. So and it's unmitigated, and it's just been mitigated. So we'll see if we inverse this or if we hold it. So we come down, but we also fill in this 5-minute. Also unmitigated. It's also a BPR, so it's even. Is that a BPR? Indeed it is. So pretty high quality price range. We might just sweep this too and then come down and hit this low, which honestly I would not complain. That'd be pretty high quality. I want a soup at that low if we get it. Okay, soup. Oh my god, is this actually going to be a soup? Okay, it might. Okay. I'm going to have to go long here. You just know those times when you just call price and you're like, oh, this is a soup, and well, it wasn't a soup really. We had some displacement, I'm not gonna lie, but I did want to see a bullish reaction to this low. Is this A plus? Do we have a delivery? No, not really. There's, we're delivering from this 4-hour. Well, you know what? Actually, yeah, that's pretty good because we are delivering from this 4-hour. We swept this major low. Well, it looks like a major low on the 50-minute here, right? Swept this liquidity. No displacement below the low actually on the 15-minute. We're holding this 15-minute here, and we are coming to the upside with a pretty clean IFEG here. So I could see this working. And this is at 7, so this is during the macro time. I'm definitely going to take this. This is honestly potentially a live account play. So yeah, so we're going to come. So stop is a close below. You just kind of estimate where it would close below, and then targets, right? And I'm going to take profits as we go. So let's go place order 1%. I'm just going to get rid of the take profits, save. I'm going to move the stop loss down because we really just use it to put it back to break even. So the break even stop, just so you guys know, is going to be here. It's at the next internal range liquidity, yeah. So wow, absolutely liquidated. So that happens in trading, right? We got stopped out. So lost about 1,700 on that trade, but I have no worries, guys, that we will make that back. So let's check. Did we miss anything, or was that just a good loss? I'd say it was a good loss. The 4-hour was holding this bearish, this bullish gap. The daily's bullish, so pretty okay. So now that it looks like we're coming down, we might be coming down to this 4-hour here. And I do have another hour of trading, and normally I would take 1 trade a day, so I just take that loss and be done for the day, but that's okay. So what I really want to be seeing is us to come down to this low. Nice. So we're coming in and filling this gap. Let's see if we get a reaction to the upside here. We might just continue dumping here. It's uncertain. So how did the 4-hour gap close? So the 4-hour closed here. So yeah, I mean, it closed bullish. And now we're coming in to fill this, which also looks like, yeah, of these range lows to these range highs, this is definitely 50%. So I suppose course, we shall kind of see what we're looking at here. Swept this liquidity delivery from there. This is just pretty bad price action right now. I'm probably going to wait to the next macro. Wow, that's pretty clean. So we had a dump, kind of a leg up. You can consider this a manipulation leg. Is this a setup I want to take? That's the question. It really depends on how this 4-hour will close, but I mean, we don't have to close until 11 in the morning, which would be 1 p.m. for you guys. So I don't know. I mean, on the 3-minute, it definitely looks pretty clean, pretty obvious, pretty A+ long. We're delivering from this 4-hour here, and all of these gaps, all these are unmitigated. Yeah, I mean, is the narrative still bullish on the daily? Yeah, it is. So I will take this as well. What time is this? 7:36. So yeah, let's see. So we did inverse this. The momentum's not that clean, but let's take the retracement entry, which would be right here. Stop is a close below, and we have targets to the upside here. So let's do this. Place order, risk 1%, and no take profit, and let's enter. So I'm gonna move the stop loss down because remember stop loss is a close below. Okay, so boom. That is a stop to break even right there, because we hit this this liquidity here, and so at this point I don't want to see this stop. I want to see us continue. At this point, I am gonna looking at the risk to reward here. I scale half usually at a 1R. This looks like about a 1R, and also we're about to tap into this bearish gap here, and I'm not sure if this is going to reject or we're just going to blow right through it. So I will scale half of the position here. So scale half there, and then I'm going to hold the rest runners. So we're going to see. And we got stopped at break even, which is okay. So, and look, the break even saved me, so it's good I scaled some there. So boom, would have been stopped out. So quick 500 on that trade, pretty good. Let's go to the next session. Okay, so this is the hourly we had marked out, I believe. Yep. So it looks like we're going to come down and sweep this low. I'd be extremely, extremely surprised if we didn't. So yeah, there's just no way I'm doing anything until this hits, just because. So I have it marked out here. Let's just, I mean, this is going to hit. Wow, all right. So short setups to this low. Anyone in? This could be an SMT, that's the thing. And that's something I can't see, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to have to see the higher time frame narrative here. The higher time frame narrative is definitely bearish since we didn't end up inversing this 4-hour to the downside. So, I mean, we're bearish to here. This should hit. We might be due for retracement into this first. Let's see. Yeah, so we got that retracement. Am I going to take a risky short today? Am I going to take a risky short today? Okay, this is good, except it's invalid. I'm going to tape read this for you guys. The reason it's invalid is because this would be the stop to break even on this trade. I hope you guys, hold on. I should probably start drawing out the fair value gap that I'm actually talking about. So you have a really obvious Judah swing to the upside, sweeping all of this, delivering from here, delivering from this 15-minute. And, ooh, we have relative equal lows here as well. This looks really good. We're low in the range, yes, but it's just the liquidity is what's at. We have relative equal lows. This is clearly, we have like consolidation, then we have manipulation, and we're going to distribute to the downside. It looks pretty obvious that we're going to come down here. It's just invalid because this low hit. So I would not take this on a live account. Am I going to take it here? Hell yes. Because there's no I can do whatever I want here, right? So no take profit, boom. And so this is technically an invalid setup. If this loses, why did I get stopped out? Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Okay, my stop loss is here. Let's enter this again. I mean, it is an invalid setup. But yeah, we said we were gonna enter, so why not? I'm an idiot. I placed my stop loss there. What am I doing? So I think we will come. Yeah, okay, boom. Came down to that low. So I'm gonna scale half there. Man, I just lost another 1,000 for no reason. So and then my stop loss is gonna go break even there, and then hold the rest. Yeah, for runners. So and then I'm gonna take off 75% of my position, and then I'm just gonna hold these for the rest of the day. Yeah, dump. Is there any targets that I should be interested in? Yeah, since this 4-hour did inverse to the downside, so I think runners down to here makes sense. So that'll be my TP for this trade. And if I took a trade like this, I'd be completely done for the day. So hopefully we hit this low, maybe not. I'm not interested in any other setups because this is the only setup I would take on this day. So let's just be disciplined, wait for this TP to hit. Watch it stop us out of break even. Come on, just hit the low. Boom. Okay, so that's where I'm going to get out of 100% of my position. And now we're back break even on the account. So I hope you guys can see why runners are why runners are so powerful. So that's the only trade I took today. Because it's super clean. Technically it was invalid, but when you have conviction, you have conviction. And we also had the higher time frame target. Oh, I didn't know I could go full screen. That's nice. We had the conviction, and wow, what a trade. If I go to like the 4-hour, you can see why this makes sense, because on the higher time frame we inversed this 4-hour to the downside. This 4-hour, by the way, I'm looking at is this one. We inversed this. We had a very high quality target. We had an ITL here. Bearish, everything's bearish. We're bearish since here, and this would be the next target. So it does make sense, and also it makes sense to hold runners there because, and we added. Okay, so here's the trade. We delivered from this 15-minute gap, which was up here. This reminds me of AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and we had a clear higher time frame target. So of course I'm going to scale most at this low, but I'm going to hold some runners there. And since I literally lost like 1,000 here because I just didn't place my stop loss right, so we would be up on the count. I hope you guys know that. But yeah, as we can see, we came down to this low and just so there's the trade. That's absolutely beautiful. So well, we came back in, tapped this again, and then just rejected. So yeah, anyway, let's go to the next session. I don't know how many trades I'm going to do. I'm at 2 trades. 2 trades so far. I should be up on the account, but whatever. It's okay. All right. So, okay, now I'm hyper bullish. I mean, okay. On the 4-hour here, let's check the daily here. It's always important to go through all the time frames, guys. Always important. All right, so the daily is kind of like, whatever. I mean, we're delivering from this order block. You could say that, but I'm not really focused. The daily's not really interesting to me right now. It's really the 4-hour that's giving me more information. The 4-hour here, we are delivering from this 4-hour gap here. We gotta close below. But here's another gap that connects it. So 4-hour gap here, which we are respecting. We also swept this liquidity pool with no displacement. So now, coming into New York session, I am interested in, so on the hourly, okay, so wow, great long setups are going to potentially come out of here. So we have an hourly gap here. So this looks like it might become a buy model because we kind of souped this low here, And now we might be seeing the start of a like a buy curve here on this buy model. So here's honestly like a this entry is kind of like the I don't know about the silver bullet and all this, but this could be potentially silver bullet. Take this liquidity, soup it, first sort of value gap in the leg on the hourly. That take this. So we're definitely coming on the hourly. I want to see some setups out of it. So I feel like market open's really going to give us what we need here. But I will see everything. I'm curious. This isn't that very good here. Yeah. All right. So if this is inversed, I will definitely take this, even though it's pre-market. It looks really clean. So no, we tapped into it and continued down. This is good price action, guys, because short value gaps being respected and continuing in the direction. That's what we want to see. So is the hourly inversed? Yeah. So the hourly inversed, that's not really what we want, but we do have this one. So if this one holds, then I'll still be bullish. If not, then I'll be bearish. So it looks like this one might inverse, but we'll see what market open has to tell us. So that's a pretty clean inversion, not gonna lie. Did not inverse. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one. No. This is the 630 can. Okay, never mind. This is almost certainly gonna work. But, okay, it did work. It's just because it's technically against my rules to take something at literally 630, or 930 for you guys. So before maybe like 620, sure, but literally at open, it's to me it's kind of gambling. So I'm not gonna take that. Another short here, not really. Whoa. Okay, okay, okay. Now that looks pretty beautiful. Oh, the stone's really being respected. Jeez. Yeah. So hourly. Hourly's holding. Remember, we're bullish on the higher time frame. We souped this low, potentially going to get a buy model. I'm looking for longs, right? On the 3 minute, we do have a pretty clean long here. Let's see if we get it. Yeah, so we did get it. Why did it skip to the next candle? Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, we're entering late. It's fine. Stop loss will actually be here because of this inception gap. Yeah. So let's see. I am entering late, unfortunately. The entry would be here. Hope you guys know that. But it's fine. I can enter late. Place order 1%. No take profit. Are we entering now? Nice. Okay. So move the stop loss down. Stop to break even will be this high. Okay. Boom. So there's stop to break even. And is this a 1-to-1? Not really. So I'm gonna hold. I will scale probably half at this high. Let's see if we get there. Nice. Okay, so it did. I can't set limit orders in here, not that I know of at least. So I'm gonna take off half there. The rest stop loss to break even, and then we're gonna hold the rest as runners, and the rest is stop at a break even. Okay. So that's why I go break even, because we're probably gonna go to the downside now. Yeah, exactly. So that's a pretty good trade. It just worked because all the time frames match up. I hope you guys kind of see that. So yeah, I'd probably just take that win and be done for the day in reality, but let's kind of see if we get anything else. Super slow again, potentially. I'm not sure. Yeah, so sweep to the downside. Yeah, this looks bearish to this low, I'm going to be honest. Even though we're in this zone, I feel like we're going to go lower here. Yeah. So now we swept all this. Yeah, I mean, like for example, this could be an SMT or something. You never know, right? I'm just kind of going with what I can see. I still do think this is a buy model. However, this it looks like this hourly might inverse. I'm gonna have this marked so that at 8 a.m. if price is below here at 8, then it means we inverse to the downside. So 750 macro here. We're rejecting this at 8 o'clock. Okay, so that's really no. Okay, so hourly body's holding. We swept this low, but potentially a good long here during the macro. Hopefully. I hope I'm not missing like one minute setups. Not really. Not really interested in them. So yeah, 8:10. I'm done trading. However, we will tape read this. Okay, this is a good tape read, guys. There's a long setup right now, so let's just tape read it. Long setup here. You guys see the inversion? We swept as low, no displacement. Swept as liquidity, manipulation. However, you are longing directly into a 3-minute gap, so it's a little risky. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Okay, so it failed. So yeah. Anyway, let's go to the next session and see what happens. Let's just get rid of the chart. And I like to do this sometimes where I just get rid of all the drawings and so I can have a fresh look at things. So what's the bias? I mean, we still have these. I want to be taken. Still delivering from this order block, I suppose, on the daily. Alright, so bullish on the 4-hour. Delivered from this, kind of swept this liquidity here. Really bullish reactions to all of this, not gonna lie. You can see all the bodies holding. I'll be definitely bullish when we inverse these two on the 4-hour. I'll give you that. So let's see here. So the 4-hour is both bearish, bullish, probably bullish, but I do want to see us inverse these, so we'll see if that ever happens. Let's go to the hourly. Retracement into here, we can get good longs. It's a BPR. I know it's not a BPR. It is, but it's a very thin one. But yeah, so let's see. Potentially we get a long into there. But currently we are delivering from here. So if we inverse this to the downside, probably going to come down here. For now, I'm going to have this one marked out, though. Okay. Yeah. Let's go down a lower time frame. Okay, 15-minute, A+ short. I don't take 15-minute, but delivery from this 15-minute gap. Sweep of this liquidity with no displacement. Delivery from a gap up here. Clear inverse. Right, so I hope you guys see how this is A+. So this should almost certainly, I'm not saying definitely, right, but we should probably go to this low now on the 15-minute. So I am going to see just how that, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so I hope we come down and sweep all of this now. Let's go to market open, yeah. Let's just see what market open has to offer, 615. So yeah, so I hope you guys can kind of see why that's such a good short, because we swept this with no displacement, tapped into this bearish gap here, unmitigated, clean inversion, inverse in one candle with strong momentum. This is just such a clean A+ short, but it's on the 15-minute, and I don't take that. So, so yeah, what I want to see happen is us come into what we did. So we did come into the gap I was looking for. This hourly here. I think we might get some really good longs out of this because we have a delivery from here, plus delivery from here as well. So, and we have a good target up here because we never swept this, and it's an ITH. So, let's see what we get right now. So we tapped into this. I'm kind of seeing. I want to see the bullish reaction to this hourly. If no bullish reaction, then we're probably going to come down to the 15-minute. Okay, so we did come down to the 15-minute here. However, if the hourly inverses, then this will trump that. The hourly has... Looks like the hourly is going to inverse. So I'm just going to have this drawn. So if at 7 a.m., I won't be interested in trading until that hits. So yeah, 7 a.m. we inverse this to the downside. And, well, we swept this low. So good price reads. So we swept this low. I'm kind of waiting to see what kind of reaction we get out of that. There's a 4-hour here. Both these are high quality targets. This is a daily. Yeah. So I'd like us probably to come down here. I'm just kind of playing what I see right now. It is 7 in the macro time. We're going to be searching for low. I keep skipping through everything. But I wouldn't want to take a trade during this anyway. Ooh, I'm not going to lie. Kind of missed a good long. But, I mean, okay. For one, it failed. And two, it's just... The liquidity is not really strong right now because we're not delivering. Like, look at the 4-hour. Like, what is even going on? So we swept this low, but we also inversed this. We inversed this to the downside, but we also swept this low. So I really don't have a bias right now. I do want to be bearish to this, but we'll see. I mean, yeah. Let's just see what happens here. I'm not really interested in trading this. Not gonna lie. So yeah, that's a good long on the 15-minute here. Okay, so since this inverse on the 15-minute, we may be bullish up to this high now. It's a high inside of a fair value gap. It's a high quality liquidity pool. People are shorting from here. This is the inverse I'm talking about. So now, what time is it? Oh, it's already 8. Okay, so if I don't get like a long setup right now, then I won't take it. Long setup out of here, potentially, if it's A+. Inverse the downside, probably going to go lower here. Yeah, tap into this. Maybe an inversion out of it. No, nothing. Okay, so it's already 8:20. So I won't be trading this, but I am curious to see what's going to happen here. Alright, well. This is a good tape read. Or is this an actual play? Am I going to take this? I know it's not going to work if I take it, and then if I don't take it, it will work. That's just how the world works, right? So we have a pretty A+ long. This will probably work up to here. I won't take it because it's outside of my trading hours, outside of the macro. But yeah, it worked. Worked up to that high exactly. Yeah. And then we completely chopped around. So it would have been a break-even trade probably. I would have scaled. Maybe not. Yeah, so that's a break-even trade. Yeah, just kind of goes to show you, this is what I want you guys to see. Delivery from here. Well, it's 2 gaps, but they're pretty clean. Inversion, not too much momentum though. Sweep of this liquidity here. But it's not exactly what I was looking for. And it's outside of the macro, and it's outside of my trading hours. So let's go to the next session. Alright, so it looks like we dumped to our point of interest, which was this low. And now we tapped into this 4-hour as well. I mean, this is really the zone, right? This is a daily gap. Did we tap into the daily one as well? I'll just draw out the daily one. It's probably more useful. And this low is the one that created this daily fair value gap, so it's a very high quality liquidity pool. So yeah, my bias is going to be based on if we inverse this to the downside or not. So let's see for now. For now, bullish until I see other signs. So yeah, the 4 hours bullish. Up this. Let's see how we react to it. 15-minute. All right. So I want to see this inversed on the 15-minute for me to have a bullish bias for now. So let's just skip here to market open because pre-market's not giving us anything. All right, so that's gonna be market open there. This is awful price action. Hope you guys can see that. We're still delivering from this daily gap. Wow, this is horrific. Don't ever trade this ever, please. Let's see if we get something though. So we dump further. Let's see how the 4 hour. So still potentially could be bullish. It really depends on how we close today. This could be AMD, yeah, because accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I'd want to see very clean price action though after. Okay. That's really clean. And we have equalize. Let's just double check here, kind of see what we're looking at. Okay, can't see anything to the left there. Wow. So yeah, we are delivering from this 4 hour and the daily, assuming it doesn't close below, right? We have dumped, it's kind of due for retracement. I can see this working for sure. And I can also see this being AMD, so I can also see this failing. It's not the perfect setup, but I think it's good enough to take. Would I take it on my live? I'd consider it. So yeah, so stop to break even is going to be this. I'm going to put an auto break even on this one. So place order 1%. Let me see what level this is. 14,122. Place order. So I'm going to get rid of the take profit. I'm going to do auto break even at 14,122. Was it? Yeah, I thought. 14,122. So I'm going to move the stop loss down because it's just closed below. Oof. All right, stopped out on that one. So yeah, not the perfect setup, but I think that's probably good enough to take. And I may give it. I may have another shot at it. And that depends if what we get. So currently, $726. Ooh, I know why that failed. Because the 3-minute didn't close above. I didn't even see that on the 3-minute. Yeah, that's probably why that one failed. Because the 3-minute failed to close above here, so that's just my mistake. But it is what it is. So yeah, probably going to be bearish after we inverse this on the 4 hour, which it looks like we're going to do. So probably not interested in trading this. And yeah, and I already took the loss, so let's just, unless we get something really good. Wow. Okay. This is horrible, this price action. So in hindsight, probably shouldn't have taken that. One, because this is accumulation, or well, this is just like horrible. Then we do get a clean inversion, but the 3-minute didn't close above, so that's probably why. So yeah, if 3-minute closed above, I would probably see this working to this high, but it's all good. So 4 hour. Let's go to the next session. We're probably definitely going to inverse this. Okay, so yeah, we inversed it to the downside. Having a bullish reaction out of nowhere, I'm still bearish, probably, potentially to the equilibrium in this range. So I could see us being bullish up to this 4 hour. Kind of a chameleon bias again. So we're bearish, but not really getting any clean. So I would want us to come up to here, this zone, yeah. So, and we also have these gaps here. So let's see how we react to these. So 50-minute BPR. Yeah, tapped into this. Let's see how it reacts, and I will see if we sweep this. I'm curious to see. Just double checking the 4-hour here. Yeah, we're just delivering out of nowhere. The 4-hour did inverse. So, I mean, it's kind of tough to say. But then again, we also did tap equilibrium of this range, and we have these potential relative equal highs above. So it's the bias is difficult, I'm not going to lie. But since we are at equilibrium of the range on the 4-hour, I'm maybe leaning bullish. But I do want to see how we react to this first. Okay, since the 1-minute inverse, we're going to go lower. Yeah. All right, so. Okay, this 3-minute looks textbook. Okay, we didn't get it. So we're going to dump further. This is maybe more of a void, so I could see this getting filled. Filled as in completely pushed into, but... Okay, so pretty clean 3-minute inverse here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take that, so... Yeah, that's just super clean. That's like a light bulb in your head moment where it's just like... Risk 1%, take profit, get rid of take profit. Yeah. So stop loss to break even will be this. Yeah, alright, so there's stop loss to break even. Okay, the reason that this worked is because it's just look how clean this is. I mean, we have this beautiful gap here. Only IFEG in its leg. And I mean, yeah, it's honestly like, and the bias was like mildly bullish. So it goes kind of with the bias. This is just what I want you guys to see in price, you know, like it's just clean. It's rare that this fails. Like even if you just saw this without any bias, you just see this, it's like, yeah, because people are getting stopped out. I mean, this is just how it works. So let's see if we get stopped out of break even, or if we. So I think we're gonna come up to this high here, hopefully before getting stopped at break even. So since we're consolidating around, I'm probably gonna take off half. I don't like how we're reacting here. Yeah, okay. So rest stopped at a break even. So half buy scaled half there. And now it is 7:18. Maybe we'll get the trade at the macro time. Let's see, what are we looking at on the 4-hour? So 4 hours kind of rejecting this gap. I still want us to be bullish to this high. Since we kind of came down, inverse this, but we inversed back up. Yeah, hourly gap down here. Kind of good to notice. Okay, so if we inverse these to the downside, probably going to go lower here, which we just did with a lot of momentum. So we're probably going to come down to this low, sweep this, and get, yeah. And now, wow, this is absolutely gorgeous. So I will definitely take this if it happens, because we're delivering from here. We said this low formed an hourly for value gap, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It's just really, really clean. And this is a good target, as this is a high inside of this BPR here. So I'm going to get rid of these gaps. So I hope you guys see why this is a very good inversion. Let's see how fast we can get. So it's also on the 3-minute. It's also on the 3-minute. Boom. So we got the inversion on the 3-minute and also on the 1-minute. So that's a good sign. Remember that one trade that I lost because I didn't see that it didn't close on 3-minute? Here we got on the 3-minute and the 1-minute. Now the entry would be here, but I once again skipped the candle by accident. So let's just take the retrace. This will be the stop loss once again. It's close below. You just estimate it, and then targets are up here. This high here. Stop to break even is here, because this is the nearest high, nearest liquidity pool. And if it hits here and rejects, I don't want to be in the trade still. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, so we're gonna go place order or get rid of the TP. Rest 1%. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So move the stop loss down. So yeah, let's check how this works on the woman here. So, okay, boom. Is that a stop out on the 3-minute? Indeed it is. So there's boom, stop out. Damn, these setups do be failing. These are A+. Let's see if our bias is at least correct. Let's see if we soup this low and continue up. Yeah, looks like we might. So you know what? I'm going to take the re-entry here, just because I really like this reaction to this low. We swept this with like little displacement. Still delivering from all this. Still have the bias in check. And we inverse these too. So I will take the re-entry here. The stop will be a close below this inception gap. And then I have pretty high targets, right? So because I just feel pretty confident in this setup as a whole. Right, the setup failed to the downside, stopping out us inversion traders as well, and then we're getting an inverse back up. This, I don't know, looks pretty clean. So place order 1%, take out of the TP. Yeah, so, and then move the stop loss. That's a pretty good hard stop, to be honest. So yeah, so okay, so that's gonna be stop to break even. And let's just kind of see if we get any push. So there's that high. So I would scale half here. Well, that's not really a 1-to-1, is it? I mean, this would be a 1-to-1. So, but once again, because of FX replay, I can't really place a limit order to get out half there, but I'm going to get out half lower in the range. So scale half, and then hold runners. So yeah, that we hit this high. This would be my next target. So then I'm going to scale another half. And stop loss break even, and the rest we're just going to hold it as high. So because we inverse this at upside, I do feel pretty confident that we're going to continue up here, but maybe not. So boom, out of that trade completely. So, I mean, we are still green on the account just because of the fact that, remember, I had that one trade that I accidentally did, which is minus 1,000. So I hope you guys can read that, see that I'm, trying to read price. And like, for example, here we took the loss on this A+ setup, but then the re-entry looked really good. So we take the re-entry, and that ends up paying off big time. So yeah, that's trading for you guys. So yeah, let's do a couple more. I've been doing this for 53 minutes, so let's go for at least an hour here. So daily time frame is bearish to here. This is our target. I want to see shorts to here. 4 hour. It's hard to tell what we're going to do here on the 4 hour. I like this. But we're probably never going to go up there. Let's go to market open here. Kind of curious to see what happens. I don't know if you guys see it, but I see it. Okay. I see a short. I see a short right now to here. Where's the short? Well, it is pre-market, but look at this. we have a sweep of this high with no very little displacement, delivery from this gap. We also delivered from this 15-minute. And we have our daily target being down here. And we also have on the 4 hour, let's just check. Are we bearish? I mean, it's kind of, once again, it's kind of hard to tell what we're doing on the 4 minute. You know what, this looks cleaner on the 3 minute, so let's not make the same mistake again. Let's take this on the 3 minute. Oh my god, I missed the entry again. I hate when that happens. Anyway, the entry's here. You guys know that. For this short. So this is like a 1-to-1 type trade. So let's place order, 1%, save. Unfortunately, the entry would be here, but I missed it. So stop loss to break even will be here. And the stop loss is to close above on the 3 minute. Boom. Okay, so there's stop to break even. This is one of those liquidity plays. Okay. Well, unfortunately, gonna get stopped to break even there. Yeah. But that's okay because look, the break even saved us. So it's unfortunate that low wasn't taken. Would have been a good trade, but it is what it is, right? So, and now it is, we're gonna get market open soon. Let's see what market open does. So yeah, 6:30 comes, we have this reaction, about the 1 hour. I mean, I'm still bearish here. I want this low to be taken, then subsequently this low. We might get a dump through both of them here in a bit, but let's kind of see what would be clean. I mean, we already got the clean setup, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, these two gaps are really what I want to see shorts out of. Let's see, I'm not really interested in shorting this low. Okay, yeah, we swept this high with like no displacement. Clean for value gap. If this one's inverse, I'll take this short. Okay, so delivery from here. It's really obvious. And we just continue to pump. It's fine. So the 15-minute looked like it probably inversed to the upside. It looks like it's in the process of doing so. At 7 a.m. we'll see if this inverses. If this manages to not inverse, and we sweep this high with no displacement, holding this for value gap, shorts will be really, really nice. So let's see. Okay, so it looks like we will. So it's almost 7. It's a decent short right now, but I'm not going to take this one. I bet that this is a 30-second right here, because you can see how it came down and we came up. This is probably a 30-second fair value gap here, and we just inversed it. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty clean. So, no, not seeing anything I like too much, but the 15-minute did hold this, so potentially still get some setups. That did close below, but I'm also not convinced because where's the delivery, right? It's kind of difficult to see. So, yeah, not the cleanest. Now this would be clean. A little higher, yeah. So we sweep this. Is there some PD array up there? Yeah, there is. So pretty clean. I mean, death candle short potential. I mean, 750 macros soon. So we swept this too. Let's see, any hourly important. Didn't we have a 4 hour somewhere up here that I was interested in? No. Okay, so hourly's probably bullish then, since it looks like, yeah, so not really interested in this. Next session then. I still want this low. I'm still bearish on the daily here. I still want this low to hit and us to fill this daily gap. This is what I want, right? And I'm trying to get shorts too there. I hope you guys understand the objective. So hourly is just done nothing overnight. However, we did sweep this major high here. Kind of wish we pushed into this too. That'd be cleaner, but it's okay. All right, this is horrible price action. Let's skip to 630. Oh, okay. Are we gonna come down here? That's the question. All right, I'm gonna use this for bias. This 15-minute looks really obvious to me. I feel like if we inverse this to the downside, I will be bearish officially. So let's just see. Okay, we did get an inversion on it. So now, since we inverse this to the downside, I want to get shorts. And we have very good targets for shorts, which would be probably here and here. All right, so let's see. Do we get anything useful here? Push up into these PD arrays. Consolidation. Oh my god, awful, awful, awful. All right, looks like we're gonna get AMD to the upside. Maybe not. This is why you don't take this inversion, by the way, if you guys were looking at this. I mean, like, yeah, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a manipulation, distribution. It does look like a long setup, but why is it bad? It's bad because we inverse to the downside, and we have daily targets right here. Well, the daily target's down here, but and this is just horrible price action. I feel like we might just come hit this low without any setup to it. Yeah, exactly. Come on, hit the low, hit the low. Boom. Now we have more buy side targets below that, or sell side. I'd still want shorts, because look at this reaction to this high. I love that, but there's no real setup to get us there. So let's go to the next day, and we're probably just gonna run all of this. Shit, I did. Okay, New York session. Okay, I may have skipped a day though. Did I? No, I don't think I did. Yeah. So 4 hour. Whoa. Sorry guys, I hope that didn't hurt your eardrums there. Alright, so here's the daily gap. We finally reached our target. Now it's time for some longs. I hope you guys understand why the bias is now bullish. Alright, so current bias, maybe bearish because we inverse this to the downside. But then again, I don't know. This does look like we're having a buy model potentially form here. We're going to see. If this 15-minute is inversed, that would be really clean. Come on, let's see. Okay, 6 a.m. Let's just go to market open here. I'm not really interested in this. Unless there's something nice. No, nothing really. 5, 5, 5, 5. Alright, so there's market open. There's this. So we're delivering out of a daily. We're delivering out of this BPR, actually. Bodies held. Coming up, inverse this is a very clean candle. Okay, well, I was going to take that, but it just went, you know, just zoomed up. Wait, I thought this was 630. What's... Okay, never mind. That makes sense. Okay, never mind. That's a signature price that you guys want to look for. All right, so bullish to here, probably. Let's see. Come on, let's hit that high. Boom. So now there's a 15-minute here. Of this range here, it looks like we tapped equilibrium. But okay, why am I even thinking about shorts right now? What am I doing? Okay, we're longing, right? So, like we had a similar trade, market open, gap like this. Let's see if we get a retracement into this. Okay, so I will take this if it happens. Okay, well we didn't get it. Did not close above. Alright, so inverse that to the downside. Let's see what we get here. Swept these lows. Let's see if we get a retracement into. Oof. Now that's an entry right there. It is an entry. Strong momentum. And it does look like this is like the start of a buy model or something. Soft break even will be here. Something about it tells me it's not that. I mean, except this. The only thing is we swept this high. I do think this works though. Fuck it. Let's do it. No TP. Boom. Alright, so it did work. Nice. I mean, you can just tell, just because of this signature and price, right? This gap here, this, I mean, it is like A plus signature. The only thing that was turning me off was the fact that this high was swept with no displacement. That's the thing. Like, if I were on my live, I'd question taking that. But the fact that we are, you know, it looks like we're forming a buy model and we're coming out of this daily gap. That's why it's high probability to work. Stops at break even. We're probably just gonna get stop break even, to be honest. Where should I scale half here? Since the stop loss is very, very big, because this is an inception gap. Oh my gosh, why did I even place this up there? I mean, okay, in reality, this would be a 1-to-1 already over. So, let's take off half here. And then where do we hold the rest? There's a target here. This would be probably a good target. And then hold like a tiny bit up to here or something like that. This is more like a bias play. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to scale another half there. And then I'm going to hold like a little runner, right? So stops to break even. And then this is a time where you just hopium that your runner just prints. And this is like a hold to the next. Ooh, okay, well, there's break even stop. Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, we're in green again. Well, we're more like 1,000 plus in green because of that trade, but all right. So let's go to the next session. So remember, coming out of this daily gap, still, you know, bullish, of course. Very bullish on the daily. We also tapped into what looks like to be OTE here, so we could just long on the daily and it would probably work. So we did inverse here. 4 hours not really interesting. 1 hour is also not. Oh, okay, 1 hour. Bullish. Okay, so we're getting some bullish confirmations here on the hourly. So let's see if we can get a long setup potentially, maybe out of this 15-minute. Oh, and we have. Are those equal? Yeah, they are. Okay, so we have equal lows here. So I will not long until these hit. Come on, hit. Nice. All right, so we got these equal lows hit. We're filling in this 15-minute, coming out of the hourly as well. Let's see if we get this long here on this 3-minute, because this looks super clean. I'm not gonna lie, because we have this ITH here, and we have this very clean 3-minute to the upside. So, and it's the only one in this leg. This is an A+ long. If we get it, we're not gonna get it. That's how the world works. Okay, there's a couple 5 minutes here. We also have the, the 1 hour, right? Because, okay, if the 1 hour inverses to the downside here, are we going to be bullish? Definitely not, right? So, want to see how this reacts. So we have another potentially really good 3-minute here. I want to see if we get this. Dude, what are these wicks, dude? What? I guess this is market open, but this is really strange. So yeah, wow. I mean, what on earth is this? This will probably work to the upside, but I won't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Okay, it did work. That is just really weird. I mean, what is that? Yeah, so did the hourly inverse? No. No, it didn't. Yeah, so still definitely bullish. Still some good opportunities here depending on what happens. 1 minute gap here. I also see this down here, which I like a lot. So let's just see. We might just pump the whole day and get no setups. Okay. Alright, sure. Let's just pump the whole day. That sounds good. Yeah, alright. I'm not interested in that. New York session. Next one. Okay. So 4 hour. Wow, okay. Did we take this high? Yeah, we did. So this bullish target has been hit. So now I'm still bullish, but I'm not super interested anymore because of the fact that we did sweep this. We did tap into this, so let's just see. But I mean, honestly, they're pretty equal. We didn't sweep it that much, so. But I will want to see. So let's just see what market open does. I'm not interested in this at all. Boom. Ooh, okay. So yeah, maybe a long, since we did, retrace here. Let's see. I mean, on the hourly. Okay, the hourly is probably gonna inverse. Let's see if at 7 a.m. we get this inversion. So sweeping this high, then I'd honestly be bearish because we'd have swept this high with no displacement and then inversed both of these to the downside in one candle. I'd be willing to take shorts down to here. But let's see what we get. So let's see if at 7 a.m. So yes, at 7 we did inverse this to the downside. So let's see, any longs. I'd only really short if we got a retracement into this. Then I'd consider shorts because this would be equilibrium with this range at least. Don't hit the low. Okay, we hit the low. All right, this looks like it might be a soup because, I mean, 4 hour gap here. Bullish reaction to this low. I'll draw it out here. Bullish reaction to this low. This might be a soup. It's 7-12. No roll clean gaps to trade off of. Yeah, this is not ideal. Yeah, nothing on the 3-minute. Nothing really clean. I do think we're bullish, but I mean, not really any clear setups. This price action is just bad. I hope you guys can recognize that. So let's see. It is 8:15 now. The macro just ended, but yeah, so I'm not interested in this. Go to the next session. So yeah, we did end up being bullish there. Oh boy, doing this a while. Backtesting is good, guys. It's good for trading ability. All right, so 4 hour held. So 4 hours holding. Once again, bullish bias because we're coming out of this daily. What is the daily target? The daily target is here. So let's see if we get that. So delivering from this 15-minute here, the 15-minute inverse to the upside. Once again, this is the signature price I want you guys to understand. Like here's the bullish gap, and then boom, this inversion. Like we've seen this like, at least a few times today. Now to me, so we're probably gonna be bullish here. What I see this as not really a fair value gap, but like a void. Does this make sense? This is just massive. So I could definitely see us filling this. Filling meaning like going all the way up through it. And if we do that, then I'll be like mega bullish. For now, maybe a retracement entry for me. Not interested in the pre-market right now. Yeah, all right. So I'll have this marked out just so we can see that this. I want this level to be hit because this will be the value gap getting filled completely. And we have a gap down here that I like. So let's see. On the 1 minute we get anything, which it looks like we won't because price action's horrible. So okay, boom. Okay, is the gap gonna get filled? Yes, definitely. Boom, easy. That's what I called out. So now, let's see if we get a close above. Okay, so 15-minute closed above there, meaning I'm very bullish here up to this high probably. Let's see if we get a long out of this. I mean, anywhere here. I don't think we will. Probably just going to come up, accelerate to this high, but we might get a long. Okay, we swept this low. Maybe go a little lower here. Nice. That's probably okay. So we had an unmitigated 5-minute here that we just mitigated. We swept this liquidity here. This is the 15-minute that I was interested in. We're tapped into it. So I'm definitely interested in longs, but I'm not really getting anything interesting here. So, all right. So this is pretty clean. If we get it. Ooh, it's invalid. It's invalid, boys. Let's watch this run in our direction without us. Why is this invalid? Well, here are the gaps we inversed. This is the top break even. This is the high. This is the so we swept liquidity. We set buy side before entering like long that. Like I hope you guys understand why. So we're gonna just watch this probably run in our direction without us. And this is why you don't take it, right? I mean, it would have been break even. That would have been break even here, but I hope you guys get the point because we swept buy side before entering. So, okay, we swept even lower. It looks like 745. Yeah. So the 15-minute it closed below our gap. Yeah. So the 15-minute just closed below. So because of that, it's like we closed above here and then below here in like one candle. It's kind of a play what I see type of day now. But it is 8. So I'm probably done with this session anyway. Yeah, I already did close below. Yeah, this is just not interesting to me. New York session. Okay, well, yeah, hourly inverse, 15 inverse. It makes sense that we head down here. So now we tapped into this daily gap again, sweeping this low. Now we're delivering from CE of this gap now. Consequent approachment. Maybe we get something out of here. I don't know. Why is everything's loading but the 4 hour? I don't know why. Whatever, we don't need no 4 hour. I kind of do want to see it, but so yeah, I mean longs out of here are valid. Let's just see market open here. Oh shit, I skipped to 7 a.m. Whatever, there probably was nothing there anyway. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not really interested in trading where we are right now. So we're in the daily gap still. It looks like we might be accelerating towards this low here. Alright, well that's a great liquidity pool below us here. Alright, so it looks like we're coming for this low now. Boom. Why can I predict that? It's because of this inversed. Right, that makes me think that we're gonna come for the slow now. And this is kind of trend line liquidity in a way, a little bit. Yeah, so we just swept that. Longs would be, I mean, this is a pretty good long right here. If we get it, consolidation. Let's see, are we in the macro? Macro soon. I mean, the 3 minute kind of looks clean. 1 minute's also good though. All right, well, another invalid setup. You hate to see it. That's why you don't take it, because it's invalid, because we swept all this buy side liquidity and we're tapping into a free gap before we enter. That's just horrible. That's why you don't do that, because it just got wrecked. And now we inverse this to the downside. We're going to probably come down and hit this low. Nope. Okay. Okay, the 4 hours is not loading. That's fine. I mean, at this point, I'm okay with longs anywhere here. I want a good one. Look, come on, let's sweep the low. Or deliver from this gap. One of those two. This is just consolidation, man. If we get a sweep of all these lows with some clean price action after. Alright, well, it's already 9 in the morning. Go to New York session. Wow, what a dump. Okay, no 4 hour for me. Daily inversed. Daily inversed. Okay, guys, what does this mean? It means we're no longer bullish. We are no longer bullish. So we're gonna head to this low now, probably. Daily inverse. So it's time. It's time, boys. We're coming down. We're coming for this. I really want to see the 4 hour, please. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. There's definitely some 4 hour gap here. I mean, I'm just gonna assume, right? So delivering from this is also probably 4 hour. So I can't really be bearish yet. Whoa. So hourly, very bearish. 50-minute shorts out of here. We are low in the range, so nothing's A+ for shorts, but 6:30. Yeah, 6:30s now. This is the 50-minute. Yeah, so one more. Okay, so there's market open. We did sweep this high. I mean, this is technically a short, but I mean, like, well, risk reward's horrible, and the break even stop is like a tick away. So, yeah, I mean, it would have been a break even trade. Oh, nah, bias is bearish. Yeah. All right, because I hope you guys see the long here. And while it's technically invalid, I like the signature and price, like the clean V, the clean inverse, sweep of this liquidity here, and delivery from these gaps. Very clean, but the bias is bearish, so what happened to the setup? It got wrecked. And technically it was invalid because we swept this internal liquidity first. I love seeing setups fail when I don't take them. It's the greatest feeling ever. So anyway, now we got this inverse back to the downside. I can almost guarantee you that we're going to come down to this low now, because we had an inversion setup fail as well, which is a signature and price that I like. Okay, come on, go to the low. Come on. Wow. All right. Well, I'm the worst trader on planet Earth. Okay, so now we came in and filled this 15-minute. No, I do like that. Let's see how we react to it. Okay, we're not really getting any reaction out of there. I'm going short. Wow, what an amazing reaction. Wow, that's really clean. That's a really good clean setup on the 3-minute there. close. Yeah, all right. So place order, no take profit. Okay, so move the stop loss up. So why is this a good trade? Okay, well, let's just see if it works first. Okay, boom. So there's stop loss to break even. Do we scale some? I'm asking you guys if you're here live, but no. I'm sorry, yes, 100%, because we don't know. At least put your TP at like CE of this, because we don't know if we're just gonna. I mean, it's a clean gap. We don't know if we're gonna get an A+ long out of here, right? We have no. I mean, at least personally, I don't have conviction. I have conviction of us hitting, you know, this target eventually, but not necessarily right now, right? So I will scale half, right? Stops at break even, and then now we're gonna see if we inverse it. So now we do inverse it. So I'm gonna scale another half, and then now I'm gonna hold the rest. Okay, so we essentially hit that low, so I'm gonna scale 25. Like, I hope you guys understand what's going on here. And then runners, just, you know, to end of day. And they got stuff to break even. So we're making profit here, boys. So I don't know. I might have to end it there on that win. We'd be up if it wasn't for my dumb mistake. And the one time I actually went half size, I had a stop loss that was double size, should have been. So we'd be up probably around 3,000 on this account right now. And how much have I traded? What day is it? So it's the 25th of April, so almost a month. And you might be like, 3% in a month? What? Well, I'm gonna be real. Some months are better than this. Some months are worse than this. Some months are worse than this. So I'd consider this a pretty decent month because made profit. So that's what matters. If I was trading this month, would I have traded it the exact same in live time? Maybe, maybe not. Right? But I hope you guys can see how like like the skill of reading price, right? Like it's important and it's fun too. It's fun to read price, and I'll probably do more of these backtest sessions. This one is a particularly long one, like an hour and a half here, so probably a good time to end the video. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you want to learn from me, shoot me a DM at all my Instagram will be in the description, so, and it's on my channel somewhere. So MBT trades, guys. So peace out. Hope you guys enjoyed that. See ya.